Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I thought for today's video I would just talk about two things that I really love. Taylor Swift, wearing her sweatshirt right now, and books. So I'm gonna combine those two ideas and just give you guys some book recommendations based off of what Taylor Swift song they remind me of. You guys should definitely subscribe and like this video and comment down below what your favorite Taylor Swift song is. So let's just get right into the video. The first book is November 9th by Colleen Hoover. I do not have the physical book copy with me, but basically it is a romance novel and it follows Fallon and Ben, who meet up every November 9th after they meet one fateful November 9th. That's the most basic premise I can give you. I do not want to spoil or give away anything about the book. The Taylor Swift song that it reminds me of is Right Where You Left Me. And there's just one specific part of the song that I want to read the lyrics to because it literally is so similar to a part of the book, but it basically goes, at the restaurant when I was still the one you want, cross-legged in the dim light, everything was just right. I could feel the mascara run. You told me that you met someone, glass shattered on the white cloth, everybody moved on. First of all, this song, I could talk for hours and hours about this song, but like that is literally pulled straight from a scene from the book. And if you don't want to read this book after listening to Right Where You Left Me, then something is seriously wrong with you. And I mean that. The next book recommendation, I have the physical one, is Normal People by Sally Rooney. It basically follows Connell and Mary Ann through their on-again, off-again relationship throughout high school, them like their paths always seeming to find each other in their lives. And it's a really good, frustrating, sad, amazing book. The Taylor Swift song that it reminds me of is This Is Me Trying, which is also one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs ever. And the two lines that remind me of specifically Connell, the lyric goes, I've been having a hard time adjusting. I had the shiniest wheels, now they're rusting. And they told me all of my cages were mental, so I got wasted like all my potential. Basically, Connell is like the star rugby player. He's the most popular kid in school, like has a bunch of friends. Then he goes off to college and he kind of loses his way. He loses his identity. He doesn't have all his friends anymore. And he just feels very lost and trapped. And also after the passing of one of his close friends, his mental health definitely struggles, and these lyrics just reflect how he had all this potential. He was so great, but now he feels like he's wasted it. And that's only part of the book, but I really love the song and the book, and I really recommend it. The next book is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and this book follows Evelyn Hugo, who's like a Marilyn Monroe type of old-timey Hollywood actress, and it basically just follows her entire life. She's giving an interview to a woman and just basically doing a tell-all about her entire career. And the song the Taylor Swift song that it reminds me of is The Lucky One. Very first lines of the song is new to town with a made-up name, in the angel city chasing fortune and fame, and the camera flashes make it look like a dream. Evelyn Hugo, that's literally, she has a fake name. That's not her real name. Angel City, of course, Los Angeles, trying to make it as an actress. Especially this part of this song, and they tell you that you're lucky, but you're so confused because you don't feel pretty, you just feel used, and all the young things line up to take your place. In this book, Evelyn is like very beautiful and very sought after, and a lot of the time throughout her career, she faces a lot of misogyny, and she gets used a lot. A lot of women, once they get over a certain age, they're not wanted anymore and they get thrown out, and new girls come to take their place, and that is definitely seen in this book. It's a very great book. I highly recommend it. The next book I want to talk about is The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. She also wrote To All the Boys I Loved Before, and this book is actually getting adapted into a TV show that's gonna come out on Amazon Prime pretty soon, I'm pretty sure, and I'm excited for that. But the Taylor Swift song it reminds me of is August by Taylor Swift, because in this book it is basically kind of a love triangle between Belly and two brothers, Conrad and Jeremiah. because every summer she goes to a beach house with them, and they've been like childhood friends growing up, and they always see each other and love, and she has to choose which boy. Basically, August, the song that it reminds me of, is from the perspective of like the other woman. It talks about how basically this girl was in love with this guy, but he never truly loved her because she was just the other woman, and it's heartbreaking and amazing. But the lyrics that I'm thinking of is so much for summer love and saying us because you weren't mine to lose. And that just hits so different because one of the characters is like basically knows that Belly is in love with the other guy, but still loves her, but she wasn't his to lose because she never loved him the way she loved the other guy. It's just, the song is amazing. Please listen to Betty, August, and Cardigan. Taylor Swift is just a musical genius, and the lore behind her songs is just crazy. But I do recommend these books. It's a cute little summer reading book. The last book I want to talk about, again, I do not have it with me. It is called It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Another Colleen Hoover book. She is a really great author. I highly recommend her, but basically the book follows Lily, and she, after college, she meets this guy Ryle, and she develops feelings for him, but then Atlas comes back into her life, and it like complicates the relationship between Lily and Ryle. And I don't want to give too much away about this book because I don't know, maybe halfway through it or like a quarter of the way through it, there's like definitely a big shift in what the book feels and looks like. It deals with a very like heavy issue, and it's a very great, impactful book. But I want to let y'all read it and y'all figure it out for yourself. I don't want to spoil it for you, but the lyrics and song that it reminds me of is Exile by Taylor Swift. And I'm just going to read the lyrics for you and just explain it a little bit. I think I've seen this film before and I didn't like the ending. You're not my homeland anymore, so what am I defending now? You are my town, now I'm in exile, seeing you out. That just kind of describes what Lily and Ryle's relationship becomes. I think I've seen this film before. I didn't like the ending. She's seen this before. She doesn't like the ending. Pretty self-explanatory, but like, you're not my homeland anymore. You're not who I feel comfortable with anymore. Still, read the book. You should definitely read the book. Right, Boomer? Thanks so much for listening to me just talk about books for however many minutes this video is going to be. Can you let me finish? Sorry for that interruption. He's a little needy. Anyways, thanks so much for listening to me to talk about books. I hope you read the books I recommended and listen to the songs I talked about. If you don't though, and you just like to hear me talk, you should definitely subscribe down below and like this video. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. You should subscribe, right, Boomer? You should subscribe, right? He says you should subscribe.